Okay, so at this point I think we already covered the first part of World 3, and we've already unlocked a hidden passage, which I will cover later. And believe me, that level up there is by far the most awesomest I've ever done. Anyway, we're going back now, and since I've already gotten all 3 star coins, there's actually no point for me. So I'm just going to speed my way through it without so much as a second thought. Yes, I cover every single level in the entire game, gaining every star coin, and if any star coins I miss, I do like an extra video at the end showcasing where they are, so that way you can actually see where they are, what I missed, and show that I'm a completionist. And I am a completionist in this type of thing, so it's enjoyable for me in my book. So let's get this show on the road. Okay, so like before, I'm just going to speed my way through, getting more coins, getting more lives, no complaints there, especially since the fact I'm getting the hang of these long jumping stretches, since I am actually enjoying doing this. And like I've already stated before, since I already got all the star coins, there's no point in me collecting them, other than the fact that I could get more points this way. Well, basically what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the entire level is just speedrunning way through without so much as a second thought. Yeah, I already said that, but I'm getting repetitive on what I say. So, like I said, basically things are going to be a bit different. I just want to explain, when I recently made my video update on Wednesday, it's the fact that I don't want to spend too much time on newer games. Yes, I know all about the Let's Play Church, and a recent video had me realize that I believe the Let's Play community has become bad at this point. I mean, before, the Let's Play community was always about having fun, supporting each other, working together, you know that. But now, with partnerships rising, it's become a very big problem, not just for YouTubers who are bigger, but also YouTubers that are smaller. I mean, there are smaller YouTubers who I believe have gotten partnered with like very little subs, and I respect some of them for that. But that's not why I'm explaining this. The reason why I'm explaining is because there's like greed, corruption, dissension among like everyone. Even I admit that. I admit that too, and I've screwed up a few times. And I've already stated it before, and I'm not going to state it again. I feel that I am one of these people that have changed because of the recent events that have occurred due to like this Let's Play change. I do believe I could refer to this as the Let's Play change. The Let's Play change, quite frankly, is more or less like things have gotten worse for all of us, since 2012 overall is basically the worst year for anyone who wants to be a Let's Player on YouTube, and for YouTube in general. Don't believe me? I'll provide a link to a video that I've already faved, so you can see what I mean, and so you can finally at least understand what the situation we're going through right now. I only hope that 2013 gets at least a little better, because if it doesn't, then it just gives me one less reason to ask myself, why am I even here? I don't do it for the money, though if I did, my reasons being is that I want to help my family. Yeah, I don't have a job yet, but I will get a job eventually, have no fear. Okay, this is where I think at this point where I need to get the star coins for this level. Though, this part here is more or less a maze, because I go through every single door just trying to find all the star coins, and hopefully find a secret passage that'll help me reach up top. Yeah, I really didn't know what the heck I was doing, so this first one was out of the question. Okay, so with that first one done, let's move on to the next door. Let's see what this door... Nah, that door's a fake. I hate fakes. Anyway, I just keep on moving up. I have to get enough speed just so I can reach up there, so I decided to take the door on the very end. Don't know why, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Now, the doorway splits into two separate doors, but you don't know which one you want to take. You could either take the one on the left or the one on the right. Though I do believe I decided to just take the one on the left and get on with it. So, let's see where that leads me to. Wow. Basically, that led me back to where I started. That's terrific. Though I think at this point maybe I must have found the passageway I was looking for. Yeah, this game has like a lot of secret passages you need to find. So basically get 100% completion, you need to like cover everything. And this, I believe, is where the secret passage is found. You need to stay on the right side in order to do this, because there's a section here where you basically need to, or do like I did and fly all the way up. I did a neat trick by having myself push to the left, so that way the ghost can move in the direction I want it to do. Then you need to smack the thing with the blocks with Raccoon Mario, and you'll find the passageway. It's pretty simple, but if you know what you're doing with this sort of thing, you could basically use it to your advantage always. And with it, I found a secret passage. And I believe it is like one of 3. There's like 3 extra areas here, so that means I have to put more effort. And of course, this one leads to a shortcut. I forgot, there's actually 2, because the next one, if I take the regular pathway, then it would lead me to like the next level, which is no big deal in my opinion. Okay, so now we can keep on moving and keep on going. Since I already got all the star coins, I can just progress through the level without complaints. And I already know the regular entryway, so I just thought, since I'm Raccoon Mario, why not do it this way? I could just basically reach all the way to the end with little complaints. And due to the fact that I'm really fast at this sort of thing, I could just basically reach the end in a few seconds. This is what I get for like spending a lot of time with this game and figuring out the where, who, where, and what, so that way I can be able to reach the end. And I got myself another extra life. I'm already at this point, lives aplenty. And I got myself to hit the 50 coin, which means I get like 50 extra coins. And another extra life. I'm beginning a bit too live obsessed. I don't know why, but it just does. Anyway, I keep on moving. I need to gain enough speed so I can reach upwards. I already got the raccoon leaves, so I'm not complaining. So I'm already know where it is. I just keep on moving, and I already know what I have to do now. I just need to take the regular path as always. But once you obtain enough speed, you fly up. Wait, that was a pretty false start. And I go all the way up, so that way I can reach the top above. And there's actually 2 ways you can get up there. You could get up there the normal way, or you can get up to the right and make it up there. And like so. Other than that, this level is not really that hard. And I net myself more coins, since sometimes if you touch certain areas, you could actually get more coins this way. And that's fine by me, since at this point we finished the level in a really fast time too. Though if it was a speed run, I would have personally made it good. And there we go. That takes care of this area, and now we can finally move on to the next one. And like before, another underwater level. How terrific, since this is the 5th one, and after that we have to do the 2 hidden areas. And here we go. It looks like I'm going to have to go underwater again. Yes, and this is where I think things get a little fun. Especially considering since I'm now using fire flowers. Though if I really wanted to, I would have went for gold fire flowers. I don't know if this is the level or this world, but I think at this point, this is where I decided, you know what? I'm going to net myself lots of coins and there's nothing anyone can do about it. Bam, like that. And this is me at my best at gold fire flower mode. And I like so. Bam. Any enemy that hits gets me loads of coins this way. And I got to watch out at this point because there's like lots of boulders. And if you don't know what you're doing, you can get slammed. Though I have to time my shot just right so I can net them in one shot. That's for better results. If you know what you're doing and those bloopers send out those mini bloopers, you could basically like get lots of coins this way. Though I think at this point, this is where I have to wait for the big boulder to show up. And it's taking a lot longer than it should. So I went to check and there it comes. I gotta move. Yeah, I had to move or I was gonna get hit and I would totally lose my gold fire flower. And I lost it. That's a waste. It didn't really matter anyways, because I already know what the heck I need to do. If I would have gotten the gold fire flower at the beginning, it would have really helped. Not that it matters, since I've already covered through this. And I already got all the blue coins, so I'm not complaining. Okay, so we now hit the checkpoint, and we need to get the next 2 star coins. Though I do think I should have known where they were. And yes, I'm back to regular fire flower again. Though I really should have saved the gold flower for somewhere where I really need it. And I had to know where the heck was the passage was, so I had to like go back a bit. And it turned out it was under that yellow pipe. Yeah, this is what I get for not paying attention at times. And this is it. This is where I think at this point we have to deal with bloopers. And basically you could just swim right through, ignore the bloopers, and get the coin. No biggie here. Though if I had like the gold fire flower, I would have just whack, 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 and I would have gotten myself more star coins that way. Oh boy, another blooper yet again. I can't get enough dealing with bloopers. When I don't mean bloopers, I don't mean fails. I mean these giant jellyfish, which are really a pain in the ass to deal with. Okay, this I think at this point where they bring out the bigger boulder, and I had to really watch out, because I would really be screwed. And I had to pay attention, because here it comes. No, wait, that's a small. That's just a preempted. And there's another one. I gotta be careful. And I was able to evade that, but I can't evade this! Here comes the big one. Good thing I reached a high enough distance just to take it down, and like that, star coin number 3 obtained. At least with that, I can now progress and finish the level without any restrictions. Not that it matters since we're already at the end anyway. Yeah, and we're finished. But we're not really finished with World 3 completely. There's actually, I think, 1 or 2 extra areas that we need to go through. So stay tuned, because this game is where things get fun. Yeah, I'm running out of lines to say, but whatever. Okay, so now this leads us straight to the castle. Though I do know what the gold mushrooms is. They either provide you gold stars or gold fire flowers. And I just hit 45,000 coins. So now we're going to go all the way back down. We have to spend 5 star coins just so we can access this area here. We can't save. We can do that saving for later. And we now take on World 3-A. And I do believe things are going to get a little challenging since we're on land and not on water. Oh, wait, what am I saying? We are going to be on water. This is bad. Another water level. Oh, boy, this is just as bad as dealing with these mock speed sections in Sonic 06. I can't believe I actually mentioned that. And now this time around, things get a little more challenging, because now the currents are moving in a direction, and they're moving forward, and you have to watch out for all these incoming Cheep Cheeps. Though at least that saved me, because I need the Fire Flower just so I can progress. And I actually know where the first coin is, up above, which is pretty easy. You just need to watch out though, but if you have Fire Flower, you just shoot and you take them down. That's simple. Okay, so now we're at the second area. I already know where the second star coin is. The second star coin is that you need to go below. You see that passage down there? Go down here and you'll find the second coin. Though I do believe this one takes a lot of trial and error, because you need to swim all the way down to the left and then to the right again before the currents rise up and kick you out. Don't worry, this actually took me 2 tries and you actually get to see me do this, but I really wasn't fast enough. Yeah, and this is what happens. So I tried one more time, only this time I actually knew what the heck I was doing. And so I try it again, like before. This time I know what I'm doing. And I have to make sharp turns because you have to make every swim count. And we did it. We got the second coin and we're already out of harm's way. If only I can get myself out of there, that's for sure. Okay, so I had to keep myself at distance and just shoot, and shoot some more. With Fire Flowers, it's pretty easy. But that changes when I decide to go all Super Saiyan Stealth mode. Wait, that was a pretty lame way to say it. Skipping checkpoints, but I gotta time it right, and yeah, it was a bit late. But it doesn't matter since I already have now an extra Fire Flower. I hit the checkpoint in case I messed up, so let's keep on moving. Okay, this last part here is going to be a really toughie. There are loads of urchins, and this requires you to be on the move constantly. Why do I say that? Because it's a fact. Because if you make a mistake, you get hit. Of course, with that gold box head, it'll save your skin. And now we keep on moving. If I had like the gold Fire Flower, I could have taken the passageway up, but you know what? Never mind. Anyway, I go all the way up. I always shoot the urchins, so that way they don't get in my way. And like that. It's pretty easy if you know what you're doing. And this is the 3rd star coin, and we completed it, and we're almost at the end of the level, too. I guess this is for a pretty fast level. It's actually pretty good. And with that, our work here is done, I think. And I don't think I get the extra life here, but it doesn't really matter at this point, since I already completed it. And now we have but 1 more level to go through, and we move on to the castle and finish things up. And this level, quite frankly, World 3-B is personally one of my favorite levels. It actually showcases the potential that Mini Mario has in a level like this. I'm not kidding. This actually shows the potential of this level. And let me show you what I mean. Take the mini mushroom, you shrink down. You jump higher, you can actually move through water. But basically, you need to take the different pipes. But the best suggestion is that you must always take the red pipes. Why the red pipes is that simple, is that you'll be able to reach a high enough distance and you'll be able to basically move faster while netting yourself the star coins, all while timing your running movements. As long as you're on water, you won't be hit by those giant, those giant jellyfish. I forgot what they, oh no, the giant Cheep Cheeps. But in here, you also have to time your jumps on hitting the Koopa Troopas so that way you can reach the star coins. Basically, this is what I consider the true test of skill for anyone who wants to see the full potential of how Mini Mario works. Now, this here is just by far, personally, really awesome to see. Yeah, you need to time your jump when you're hitting the bullet bills. Basically, the more you jump, the higher you go, and you'll be able to reach the star coin with little complaints. Though it is kind of funny that you're hitching a ride on a bullet bill without even knowing. More like without it knowing, to be precise. Yeah, this takes a really long time, so we're almost there, and there's the second star coin up above. And now we take the drop, because now our work here is done. For now, anyways. And I think at this point, we're at the halfway point. Yeah, I decided to still remain as Mini Mario because I'm going to need it so that way I can get my hands on the third coin. Yeah, with Mini Mario, you can walk through water, jump higher, but if you make a false move, you're actually pretty much screwed. And I hit the block right here, and I keep on moving. Yeah, and I net myself more lives this way. And if you haven't noticed already, I've been netting a lot of lives. Since you'll see when I get to the end, like at World 6, I think. Yeah, you'll see when you have like way too many extra lives to count. Okay, we keep on moving, but this is the part where I believe you need to actually time your jumps right. Why? Because the screen's going to get a lot faster. And I nearly missed it, but I made sure I timed my jump precisely right, and I make it. And I made it to the end, too, and I got all 3 star coins. Perfect example showcasing just how crazy this level can be. And since I've already gotten my hands on all the coins, though my timing really wasn't good enough. But whatever. That takes care of World 3 Area B, and with that done, we can now move on to the castle and finish things up once and for all. Though, of course, there is a shortcut which leads us straight to the end as it is. I'm happy with that. But the problem is, I'm still Mini Mario. But that's going to change once I get my hands on something better. Of course, this is where the hard part comes in. And there you go. Yeah, you see these spinning blades? You need to watch out because you'll be dead by then. Yeah, I have to still work because I'm doing videos at the moment. I don't want to mind interruptions, mind you. And you gotta watch out. Those spin blades are very troubling. Very troubling indeed. And now we make it all the way higher and higher. Yeah, like I said before, even with Raccoon Mario, you gotta be careful. Because one false mistake and you're already dead. And there you go. Or not, because I lost it, which stinks. And I keep on moving upwards, taking the door, and I'm already there. Yeah, don't mind the minor interruption. At least it was quiet, so I'm not complaining. Okay, so this time around you got to be careful because I think there's going to be like a spinning blade that's going to go forward, and if you're not fast enough, you're pretty much screwed. Yeah, I keep saying stuff like that, but that's basically the whole gist of this level. Though if it were me, I have to get out of there because too late, I got hit. I don't think it matters that much since it's a pretty minor complaint, and plus I get another raccoon leaf anyway. Make it to the end, that is. And where do I get it? Oh yeah, I use a fire flower for that. Though hitting this here, I get my fire flower right back. Amazing how items can be so useful. And this is where things speed up. There is in fact one spin blade heading forward, and another spin blade heading in the other direction. There are actually 2 spin blades heading forward. I don't know why, but it just does. Aha! So that's where it was. You just hit the block up here, you take the passage, and you net yourself the 3rd and final star coin. Pretty easy. And I think at this point we're heading toward the boss fight. Since the boss fight is like every other boss fight I've had in the Mario games, they're actually pretty easy. Though unlike New Super Mario Bros. Wii, where they really kicked the ante, though New Super Mario Bros. U merely balanced out the fights. And this is where the fight gets more freaky. Well, not really freaky, more aquatic. The first portion of the fight has you going underwater, dodging Wendy's attacks. Though I did get hit, and this is where I believe using a fire flower is much more helpful. Basically, using a fire flower is going to be necessary for you in order to defeat her, since it takes like 4 to 6 hits to take her down, and even in underwater, you can basically use the fire flower to deliver extra hits. I think the maximum hits you can hit to her is like 5 hits, and then she'll go into her shell, but due to it's underwater, she moves a bit slower. Which means that once the water is drained, you get a free hit. And that basically is it. I believe that's about it for now, since I reach at the right time, and Wendy gets spanked. So much for her, of course. And with it, we conclude the castle, and one step closer to the next world.
Mario number 1!
Yup, our work's done, but I'm afraid not. We're getting moved. Again. Yeah, this one's got a big mouth. But anyway, I'd like to thank everyone for watching. I hope you guys enjoy this, because I do these things once a week, and I want to show off the power of the 3DS capture card. The next playthrough I do, I will change things up to make it better, so that way you guys could actually see the screen clearer, and that's about it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.